live from Los Angeles. Welcome to Good Morning La La Land, Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jess Moye. This is Good Morning La La Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Also available on Apple TV, Roku, and Twitch.
And it's Transformation Tuesday. We're going to talk about the law of vibration, how to get your vibes up, because we need some high vibes in this house all day long.
Right?
We come together each morning to know the truth, live on spiritual principle, and have lots of coffee with our amazing guests here in Hollywood, West Hollywood, Los Angeles, California. But it's not just for LA people. La La Land is a mindset that we get our mind right for anybody. It's a universal truth.
Ubiquitous, universal. That's right.
Land of Dreamers. I'm so excited to welcome to the show our very special guest this morning. Hello, everyone, back in the studio.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. One of my personal favorite and the top skincare specialist here in Beverly Hills, Skincare 90210, the founder of Arilan Skincare. Rani is in the house. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much. We're so excited that you're here with us today. You know, I get to see her home away from home once a month in her studio in Beverly Hills. So it's so exciting that you're with us today. Thank you so much. So tell us a little bit about what your morning routine is. How do you start your day and keep your skin looking so perfect?
Well, I wake up in the morning. The first thing I do, I have to have my almond milk matcha and wake up my kids to go to school, feed my cats. So I don't have much time to do my morning routine, but I do it at night. So in the morning, I just wash my face and I put hyaluronic serum on and hyaluronic cream, sunscreen, and I'm running out of the house. Usually I wear no makeup because with my skin brand, I always tell everybody wear Arilan Skincare and let your skin go naked. So, but
must be nice. Can't say the same.
Spot and brand. She gets to run around naked, and when she's not, boy, there is beauty with purpose. I'm so excited to welcome to the show Carissa Bodner. She is the founder, the CEO of the independent female-owned company Thrive Cosmetics. I'm so excited. Congratulations on your 4-year anniversary.
Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, and I love the initiative. Tell us a little bit about the $25 million worth of products that were recently donated.
Thank you. Saying $25 million in donations out loud doesn't feel, it feels so surreal to me. We are so honored to be able to donate through the sales of our beauty products. For every product purchased, we donate, and we donate money, we donate products to help women thrive.
She is beauty with a purpose.
Yes. Love it.
So inspiring. So Carissa, how do you start your morning routine? Like, what's your day like?
You know, one of the things that I started doing a couple years ago was working out in the morning, because if I don't do it, it doesn't happen. And so whether I'm going to the gym or taking a tennis lesson in the morning, I always make sure that that's the first thing that I do. Then I go home, shower, take care of my 2 puppies. I have 2 rescue dogs, and so I take them for a walk, and then I'm, of course, putting on my beauty products and things like that and heading to the office.
Spoken like a true animal lover. Her products are 100% cruelty-free, by the way.
And vegan, yes.
Yay! Same with Arilan Skincare, 2 very like-minded women in the house.
Love that.
Get that on
I'm putting her mascara on, by the way.
Isn't that amazing? When's the first time meeting? Yes, and she said, I'm wearing your mascara. I was like, what? So I'm really excited to learn more about.
What do you do? And she said, I'm the founder of Thrive Cosmetics. I'm like, oh my God, I have your mascara on.
Oh, that's so great.
Sutton, are you wearing Thrive mascara as well?
I am not.
Oh, come on. Well, he is a very incredibly impactful storyteller, very inspired. Life in the Fishbowl and Push the Short Film is out right now. So as a writer, producer, director, how do you start your day? What's your morning routine?
Well, as soon as my alarm goes off, I have a little French bulldog who perks up at the end of the bed and comes and lays on my chest. And we lay there for about 3 or 4 minutes and debate whether we want to get up at all. And but eventually we get up and I get my coffee and I feed him, and then we usually go for a walk. And because I try to get to my writing desk as quickly as I can, that walk is usually the time that I spend to just kind of get right, get my head right, get my mind right, so that I can go into the day and into the creative space.
Fantastic. Well, nature helps, right?
Mind right.
Yes, and puppy love.
Fear impacts the vision, right? I read that on his bio. Well, thank you all so much for being here. We're so excited. And all of your expertise that we get to share here on #Transformation Tuesday on Good Morning La La Land. thank you for being with us. We're excited to talk to you more later in the show.
Photographic memory you have, Jess.
I know.
It's incredible.
That's right. We want to give a special shout out and thanks to our guest from yesterday, Ms. Karen Michelle. She is the founder of Destiny Candles, and she brought each of us one of these candles. Don't worry, it's not a 50 Shades of Grey moment.
Darn it! Just kidding.
This candle for about 20 minutes, and then you're able to pour it over you. It's 100% natural, and it becomes a massage oil.
Wow.
A wax. And not only that, there's jewelry inside this candle.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm going to burn every night, transform my nightly routine until I get that piece of jewelry.
I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna do a video of Jez and how she does it like all like glamorous, and then there's gonna be a video of me like burning myself with the wax, like not
There will be
pretty.
no video of me. I'll tell you that right now. But I do love the candle. And I love the idea of it too, right? It's so
Yeah,
fantastic.
absolutely. So thank you so much, Karen. We're really excited. She's got a shop here on the legendary Robertson Boulevard right around the corner. So
I
it's
love
really cool to be
it.
part of her community.
Talk about multi-purpose.
Absolutely.
Right? So what's going on, guys?
Another day,
I got nothing.
No, you got nothing?
No, I mean, no.
Oh man,
No,
you're always
I
up
mean,
to something.
no.
You stay busy, Erin. And I wonder how you get it all done. How do you do it all?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's called going insane.
Yes.
It's really fun. No, it's all good. I mean, I honestly don't even know. I just had my girlfriend leave out of town yesterday, and it was just back to business yesterday, and Pilot Jones came over yesterday. We had a deep talk about a bunch of stuff in the community. There's a lot of people downtown. We're really being drawn to downtown and creating something down there. So it'll be interesting to see what comes about. But I feel like the conversation we're kind of having right now is how do you bridge like having online where people want to develop their business and they come together as a spiritual community, but we really come together consistently offline. And what does that look like exactly? Is that church type of a situation, which people generally don't want church anymore, but they want to come together and connect. And so how do we do that consistently?
It's a good question, and I agree. People, people love their social media, and that being said, it doesn't necessarily fill up their bucket, doesn't make them feel happier, and I do think people are craving real live experiences like in person.
For sure.
For me, I know what I've always loved. I've always loved like the Abraham Hicks, like Eckhart Tolle types of workshops and seminars. That's where I feel sort of.
But what would you like? Like, what would you want in your life? I think it's the gym for you. You get that consistently around that.
Yeah, I have a whole sort of gym community, like the 5 a.m. wrecking crew that we are, and so I think it's that. You're right. It's about the gym. But to be honest with you, I mean, most of our lives are full of relationship building and conversations, right?
Oh, absolutely. So we were talking about this with our guest Nikki Gathright yesterday, who's an Avenger in business and networking, and self-proclaimed Avenger, by the way. And I really relate to what he was saying about events, and for me, that totally fulfills me. Whether I'm going to the Hollywood Film Fest today over at the AMC Universal City Walk to support my friends Bunkheads in the web series, or I'm rushing off to a runway. For me, it's just seeing people in the community and connecting in a new like-minded way. It doesn't have to be in the form of the church, but for me, that can be a red carpet.
Right. Touche. There you go, Jess.
I'm fine with that. That fills my soul.
Or a fashion show.
Or exactly.
We did this
exactly.
weekend. Yeah.
But I feel like it's interesting because like all those events are amazing, but then you have one group over here, one over group, and it's hard to really kind of build upon.
Yeah.
Like we have so many friends that just want to get together consistently because they want to rebond, but everyone's so busy. So how do you create consistent events where people actually can connect on a deeper level?
Yeah, it's a great question. If you have any ideas, DM us. I mean, the one thing I've always loved the idea of a standing meeting, like every Saturday or every Sunday. To be honest with you, I like it to be a little bit light, but I want to learn. So most of my social life is for enjoyment, but really I like to learn.
Right.
So if there's a learning component, I'm probably more likely to attend.
Like Sex in the City, I had a standing brunch with my best girlfriends in LA the first 5 years that we lived here. No excuses. Every Sunday we met over on Doheny at this little French place, La Conversation, to check in on each other because we didn't have family. We really needed that community, that tribe. And it was the perfect time for us to be able to really connect. And I have zero consistency in my life outside of Craig's now.
And the show.
Those are my consistent communities. So I'm very grateful for that. Champagne problems. But otherwise, I find that my needs are met in the new people that I'm connecting with. I don't need to see the same faces every day. I get to see you guys, and I appreciate the ritual and consistency in that. But I'm just as filled connecting with the different faces each and every day.
Yeah, I love that.
But I've always been a floater, if you will, socially. I never really belonged to just one group. I could talk to the jocks or the cheerleaders or the theater nerds, and I had friends in all these places. So for me, that works.
You are a Gladwellian super connector.
I don't know
what does that mean?
But I like it.
So if you've read like any of Malcolm Gladwell's books, like
we love him.
Yeah, he writes fantastic books. So one of the things he talks about is being a super connector. It's a person.
No, the word before that.
Gladwellian, because he's Malcolm
Gladwellian.
Yeah,
okay. I didn't know what the word was. Okay, got it. Okay, got it.
I did a whole thing there linguistically.
Official nerd.
It's true. I am a little bit of a nerd. And but yeah, you are a super connector, Jez. You basically are like this hub of the wheel that just allows all the spokes to connect. And I found that to be so incredibly inspiring because you do it so well, you do it so seamlessly, and you're so graceful about it.
Oh, thank you.
Totally,
really
completely. Yeah, but we are seeking, I was talking, I'm like, look, everything in Soul Society and all this has been divinely guided, and things have been given to us, like spaces have been given, things have shown up. Mike Young did the website for free, the logos for free. Everything's been like divinely guided. And so I feel like that's what I'm going to put out there in the universe. We're looking for a space for a weekly event. Yeah. Wherever that is, it will be done whenever the universe shows it to us. That will be when I know it's the right time.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it. Andy Baldwin better watch out at his house.
In that space, it's all about maintaining the right vibes, right? So what are some ways, Erin, that we can really up-level our vibes? Good vibes only.
Thank you so much. We're talking about, so we want to raise our vibe. We know that all the universe, the law of the universe, the law of vibration states that everything's vibration. Everything, there's nothing actually like this table, actually, if you break it down, it's just moving particles. And so we know that right here, right now, that life is vibration, life is information, and the vibration is actually informing all of us. So we always want to raise our vibration. We're in vibration with the universe and in that ecstatic vibration, or we're in discord and we're experiencing hell on earth, whatever. So how can we raise our vibration? Well, it all is consciousness, every last drop of it. So the moment that we even assign a positive or negative meaning to anything, we instantaneously experience a positive or negative vibe.
Yes.
And so of course we know, being around the people that we love, eating good food, getting good rest, getting in vibe with Mother Nature is imperative, but there's so many, there's infinite ways of raising your vibration.
Yeah, you're so right. So much, I think there's of it in two ways, sort of it's consumption. So that's physical, psychological, emotional, spiritual, right? But then there's also what you share out. And that also you want to be selective about. And so for me, I think one of the first things I did early on, honestly, was eliminate the TV. I haven't had a TV since 2002.
What?
So yeah, because I realized.
As a man in television.
Well, that's just how it goes. I just didn't. You
were before me. I was 2008.
Were you?
Wow.
Yeah.
I
was like, man, these are interesting shows and they're entertaining, but I feel worse afterwards.
Right.
And I was like, I don't want to live that way. So I got rid of my TV.
Yeah.
That was one of the first things I did. Other thing I think we all do is we're just careful about the company that we keep.
The people. Yeah. For sure the number one thing for me is whom I'm around.
Yeah.
Well, now that there's Good Morning LaLa, and you might need a TV again, Rob.
Well, I've got a phone and I've got a laptop. That's pretty much how we all watch things these days.
On demand, anytime, anywhere. Now also available on Evertalk.
There you go.
A new platform
right.
where our show is available on replay, which is super exciting. And we're all about positivity and good vibes around here. And I think one of the things that's key for me in maintaining that high vibe state is just being conscious, present, and aware.
Yeah.
Right? Whether or not it's what I'm choosing to eat or the people I'm surrounding or what I'm choosing to watch, it's just listening to myself and my intuition and what I need and what will fill me in the best way.
And
huge. Honoring that rather than meeting anybody else's needs around me or people pleasing. Just worry about what you need to do for yourself to maintain that state. And then you're going to give better to everyone around you.
For sure. Mind Body Green talks about like 10 different things, and you can go reference. There's so many blogs that there are ways to raise your vibration. But I think one of the key things also is keeping your consumption of alcohol down. I think there's a balance there, and it's like, where's that fine line? But we know that it's a depressant, and I think in our culture there's a lot of alcohol, and it's fun for that moment, but then does it raise your vibration over time?
I will say one glass of rosé definitely raises my vibration. I have
Get Dr. Erin a shot
There
here.
you go. It's all about the balance. I think she's found the balance.
Well, absolutely. For me, it's all about moderation, but I do really enjoy having a glass of rosé or a spicy margarita once in a while. But for me, that's part of my community, a way of connecting, and I appreciate that. I always have, but I certainly think you have to be consciously aware of how much.
And they have found that. I think that that's actually, I truly believe that why they say like one glass of wine is good for you is because of that thing, because it makes you get connected with people, have some laughs, do whatever, and that may be outweigh whatever negative effects of that one glass of wine is, right?
This is reminding me of an experience I had. Of course, you remember Lee Dahlberg. So we have a friend, Lee Dahlberg.
We love you, Lee.
He's fantastic. He created these things called rock bands. He was on Shark Shark Tank. He's a great guy. So anyway.
And hot.
Yeah, and he's a great looking guy. Yeah, I gotta give it up to him.
Yeah.
So we met through Lee, and one of the first conversations that I had like after that was he said, you know, Rob, you should actually create something called Happy Hour with Rob Mack, your happiness coach.
Oh
yeah,
my
he's so smart. And he said,
yes.
and call it, and he said, you know, the tagline is Wine with Robert Mack, because then people can drink their wine and they're more likely to gush and share all their problems.
No more whining.
Right, exactly. I was like, that was pretty brilliant, right?
Yeah, he's really good
He's
at
really
marketing.
smart. Isn't it? Yeah.
I think he might come on the show. He messaged me. He's like, "Can I come out? I want to come on the show." I was like, "Yeah, of course. Hello."
Yeah, lovely.
Oh my God, that is spot on brand.
See, so wine has its purpose and value
Happy
as well.
Hour with Rob Mack.
Right?
See, there's something people would want consistent in their life.
Exactly.
So it can be like every one Wednesday of the month you do a happy hour with
There you
Rob.
go.
There you go. We're
Done.
Done.
It's done. I accept the challenge.
Ask and you shall receive.
For you. Happy hour with the happiness coach himself, Rob Mack.
That's awesome.
That's super exciting.
Done.
What else is on the list? Anything else?
All kinds of things. Become conscious of your thoughts. All kinds of stuff like that. Also, be conscious of the television and also the music. I think it's interesting that subconsciously, what are we listening? What is the programming? There's been, I remember all the drama, all those songs that were like total codependent. All the songs, looking back, it was all codependent, all those songs.
Well, it's interesting. You don't realize that until you really listen to the words and the lyrics. Like I remember first time I listened to, it was an LL Cool J song, and I literally remember like in the car kind of singing along and not realizing it. I was probably like 12 or 13. My mom was like, what exactly are you singing? And I remember thinking, I don't know actually. So you're often unaware.
Oh,
right?
completely. I'll never forget, I had a very similar experience. I gave a concert on my front porch in my parents' house, and I was probably 7 years old, and it was Shoop.
Oh, yes.
Me and the neighborhood girls, and my mom said, you can't give that concert anymore. And you don't know what you're singing. And I said, yes, I do. I clearly did not.
That's hilarious.
It was a good show.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I do love that. That we're in this place in the world now where conscious music is like a thing. It's right? Becoming increasingly mainstream. You know, so you have real big names that are producing records that are conscious.
Right? Kanye supposedly is doing like a music church in like the Valley.
Huh.
Something new. I didn't even know. So we like that one. This is when you know conscious people have a judgment, but they don't want to judge. They go, "That's fascinating. That's interesting.
It's interesting. It should be fun." That's another thing we say.
Totally. That could be you know a cool experience.
I'll go. Rosé and red carpet. Sign me up. Sounds like my kind of church.
Yeah, I'm not opposed.
It's like outside and it's like full on like full on music to the next level.
Why can't church be fun?
Should be fun. Just saying.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's take a break. We're done with this. I'm done with talking to you guys. You guys suck. I'm over you guys. You guys are lowering my vibration now.
Your shot's on the way. Your alcohol's on the way. Fine.
Stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back. Live from Los Angeles. Welcome to Good Morning La La Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jess Moyer. This is Good Morning La La Land.
Hello and welcome to Hashtag.
Hi everyone, I'm Erin Ziering, and this is the Housewives of Hollywood.
I'm Joanna Garzilli. You're watching Life Stories.
Welcome to Getting Real with Pamela, a positive and purposeful show about passionate people and their journeys.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Eyes Up Here. I'm your host, Lindsay Palos.
Welcome back to another episode of Mind, Body, Spirit. I'm Dr. Kate.
Hello, and thank you so much for saying yes to tuning into the Yes Life Show. I am Yes Jess.
My people, this is Table for One, and I'm Leah Sergakis, and it is time for another episode of Sassy and Single, because that's what I am. I'm your host, Natalie Sadie.
Hey everyone, what's going on? It's Erica Della Cruz, the hashtag Passionista. Welcome to Passion to Paycheck.
Welcome to another episode of Purpose. I'm your host, Brittany Zonker.
Welcome back to On That Note. I'm your host, Elizabeth Lake. She shares all her tricks in her new book, Your Healthiest Healthy, The Beautiful and Talented Samantha Harris.
Hey everyone, I'm Lindsay Hoffman, and welcome to the Joseph Bliss Show.
I'm Harry Howard. I am him.
Welcome to the Alyssa Goodman Show, and every week I have the honor of interviewing a game changer in the wellness arena.
Hi, welcome to Defining Moments. I'm Suzanne Quas.
Hi guys, my name is Serena Poon, and welcome to my show, Serena Live.
Hello, I'm Lauren Francesca.
I'm Brad Grunberg.
And you're watching
How to Start.
What is pussy profit, you beautiful humans? My name is Ariane Angel.
I'm Matt Dillon, and welcome to another episode of Sippin' the Tea.
morning, La La Land. This is my first TV experience. I'm so happy I did it with you.
Thank you guys so much for watching. You can always find these videos and binge them on EverTalk TV. They're also now on Apple TV. Thanks for coming. Bye.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa. And on Transformation Tuesday, there's nothing better than some great cosmetic to transform your life, and the entire industry is switching to more consciousness. And so Kristen Bodner is in the house. She is the founder of Thrive Cosmetic, which is cosmetic, the cause. I love that. Thank you so much for all your work. Thank you for being here with us today.
Well, thank you. It's an honor to be here.
So we mentioned at the top of the show, 4 years, 4 incredible years that's brought you to this point where you can donate $25 million
in 1 month.
In one month.
Yeah.
That is massive.
Thank you so much.
Take us all the way back to how you got to this point.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here today. I started Thrive Cosmetics out of my 1-bedroom apartment in Seattle about 4 years ago. But my journey in the cosmetics industry actually goes back to being a kid. I grew up on a farm, literally like a dirt road, and we didn't have cable and we didn't have amazing shows like this. The internet wasn't really a thing yet, and so a lot of my time was spent exploring and creating, and I loved creating makeup. I loved the way that makeup and skincare made women feel beautiful and made me feel beautiful as a young child. And no, sorry, not super young child. I was in middle school.
At 2 years old,
yeah, at 2 years old, I started making lipstick. No, so you know, when I was a kid, I started making formulas out of my parents' kitchen. Through trial and error, I was using crayons and rose petals from my mom's garden to make lipstick, and
wow.
But when I went to college, and while I was in college, I was a makeup artist, and that was how I paid for school. And then from there, I went to go work developing products, and I wound up working for brands like Clarisonic and then L'Oreal in their luxury division. So that was really fun. And while I was working for L'Oreal, I loved my job. It was so fun to be able to travel the world and create products. And unfortunately, I lost a friend, and I was just 24 years old at the time. And it really caused me to think about what my purpose was and why I was here. And I knew that I loved the way that beauty made women feel confident. And I wanted to give back. And there wasn't a brand that did that, so I couldn't go work for them, so I had to create it. And that's where Thrive was born.
Wow.
I love that. And we love that it's cruelty-free and vegan and really important. I mean, I think that we're putting all this stuff on our face, and it's really kind of scary to think about we know it all goes in our skin.
Yeah. It is, and thinking about the way that it impacts us internally, but also the way that it's impacting the world around us. So thinking about, there's no reason why we need to be testing on animals. In fact, the part of why I think people love our products so much is because we're testing with our community, and they're helping us co-create products that they love, and they're giving us feedback. And so being cruelty-free and vegan really matters to me on a personal level. Like I said, I grew up on a farm, so was surrounded by animals. I have 2 rescue dogs. So to me, the idea of testing on animals is just I can't do it.
Well, we have a special look at the story of your brand. Let's take a peek.
For every Thrive Cosmetics product purchased, we donate one. We give all around the world.
Welcome to Dress for Success. This is our dressing area. We do like our clients to feel like they're getting a true shopping experience, although everything here is free of charge.
We love Dress for Success. You guys are such an incredible organization, and we're so honored to be here.
Today is the beginning of a new partnership with Thrive Cosmetic. They have dropped off a full face donations for our women here.
You'll notice that all of our products have an empowering product name as well. So it's you're a headliner, you're a triple threat.
Some of these women have been CEOs, some of these women have owned their own companies and have been somewhere far in life, and it's just one thing traumatic happened in their life and you lost everything, and you just need a little boost, a little help to get back on the right track.
Thrive is a mission and a movement that anybody can join, and it's really a powerful tool for being able to change the lives of so many women around the world.
I love that.
So inspiring. So why did you choose the name Thrive?
I chose the name Thrive because it really encapsulates everything that I want to create for our community. And I believe that all of us deserve to thrive. All of us want to thrive at our core. And so the 3 different pillars of our giving surrounds women who are going through domestic abuse, those who are emerging from homelessness, and also those who've experienced cancer or who are currently going through cancer. And so to me, no matter what you're going through or what you have been through in your life, you want to thrive, and that's why I named it Thrive.
Wow. Over 50 nonprofits benefited from this $25 million donation.
Crazy.
That is so crazy,
Really
including
cool.
Mary's House from Seattle. So tell us about that special partnership.
Oh my gosh, I love Mary's Place so much. They are one of the largest homeless shelter networks in Washington State, and they are helping women emerge from homelessness. So not only are they giving them a safe place to live, but also helping them to get a job and get back on their feet.
Just incredible.
I love that.
Inspired.
It's so inspiring.
When you lost your friend and you were sort of in this period of transition, how did you discover this as your purpose? Is there a certain process that you went through? Was it mostly just reflection?
Yeah, it was, you know, my friend Christy was such a special person. She traveled the world helping, she was teaching English to orphans. She was an incredible person, and I thought about how much thriving she packed into those 24 years, and I wanted to do that with my life. And so it was about a month after she passed away, I was actually in Los Angeles, and I was with my friend Christina, and it was late at night, and I was struggling with the fact that I had lost my friend, and I wanted her life to really mean something, and it meant, because it meant something to me. And so that was the moment I was in Los Angeles, and I had this idea, like, why isn't there a company out there giving back while they're making incredible products?
Absolutely. What was the first step you took when you came to that realization? Was it anything specific that you did business-wise, or?
You know, I wrote my business plan on my iPhone. It was nothing fancy. So people out there who want to start a business, you do not need a fancy business plan. So for me, my skill set was really in the makeup artistry and then in the formulation side of things. So I got to work in my kitchen creating formulas, and that's how I got started. So that's all I knew how to do, and then the rest of it was asking lots of questions. I didn't know anything about finance or creating a business or creating an e-commerce business. We're sold exclusively on thrivecosmetics.com, and back when we started that when I started the business 4 years ago, it was something that was not really the typical way of creating a cosmetics company, but I wanted that direct connection with our consumer.
So we're talking today about vibration and raising your vibration. I would imagine, building a company. I mean, you can't have negativity going on through the company. You got to keep it all right. How do you do that? How do you keep as the founder, CEO? How do you do that?
Well, you know what's so funny is your name is Erin, and I told you before this show started, we have 2 employees that work for us named Erin. One of them is actually a therapist who works for us, and she helps to create healthy communication within our organization. And that's something really groundbreaking that we're doing. And so that's one of the ways that we practice being clear, kind, boundaried, and honest throughout our culture, and that I think that definitely impacts the way that we interact with our community online and things like that too.
Would you share those keywords again?
Yeah, clear, kind, boundaried, and honest.
Love that.
I love that.
I love that.
I have to give Erin the credit for that. But so I saw the impact that it had, because being an entrepreneur or working every day, we are encountered with so many different challenges. And if you can practice being clear, kind, boundaried, and honest, you can have a successful conversation and you can overcome a lot of the fears in your life. And so through that, I realized the impact it was having on me, and then we slowly started bringing that into our culture, and then having Erin full time with us has made a really amazing impact on the
Those Erins, they're really
really simplifies the hiring and recruiting process. Is your name Erin? Not gonna work out.
How did you, as an entrepreneur, though, kind of overcome that fear when you were building your business?
It's so scary starting a business, and it doesn't get easier. You just get better at dealing with it, and it's through tools like therapy and things like that that have really helped to empower me. But what I did in the very beginning, before I started working with Erin or anybody else, I made a list, and this is something that I've done my whole life. I don't know where I started doing it, but I took a piece of paper and I divided it into 2 parts. On one side, I wrote all the bad that could happen, and on the other side, I wrote all the good that could happen. And when I listed that out, I realized that there were only 2 bad things that could happen. They were big deals, but I could lose all my money. The great news about that, though, was I didn't have that much to start with, and I could look like a fool. I could fail and look like a fool. But on the other side, there was this opportunity to really change the way that people think about beauty, the way that women think about themselves. And Thrive is so much bigger than beauty. We're donating products, we're donating money, but it's so much more than that. We're creating connection within communities that don't necessarily exist. And so to me, that was what really propelled me to get over that fear. And I actually started the business by giving back in the very beginning because I was so scared. But I knew that if we helped other people, that I could get over that fear because it was bigger than me and it was bigger than the company.
Isn't that incredible? So literally, when you're making your first lipsticks in your one-bedroom apartment in Seattle,
and shipping out of there too.
And before you're even like in revenue, you're still giving.
Yeah.
That's incredible, and I think that's why the universe has rewarded you tenfold as you give.
Thank you so much. You know, we give, but we also get so much from the women that we are helping. Some of the women that we donated products to in the very beginning have become some of my dearest friends. Like Nolly Augustin, we name our products after inspiring women. Nolly is somebody that I met, and she has become seriously one of my closest friends. And anytime I'm having a bad day, I'm able to talk to her just like she's my girlfriend, because she is. And Dion, who we named our triple threat color stick after, another woman.
You need a Jesslyn.
Yeah, you have to give me that and create something.
I would be honored. That would be incredible. That is part of my dream, and what I want to do is, because fashion and beauty, it does empower us, and to be able to give that and share that and use that influence is such a gift.
For sure. So I have a question about partnership, because one of the things that we teach in our leadership, we teach all the parts of business, and I think partnership is something still so new. Like we're learning how to do this. There's brand, collaboration. There's nonprofit. Tell us a little bit about how you've partnered with the brands and any advice you'd give for people out there.
So we partner with nonprofits and we work with them directly to facilitate the donations. Is that what the So it works a couple different ways. One of my favorite ways is when our community reaches out to us. We have a form on our website where people can actually fill out an organization that they would like us to donate to. Or a nonprofit can reach out to us and fill out that same form and tell us why they would love to partner with us. In the very beginning, though, I was reaching out to hospitals. I was reaching out to nonprofits directly, and every nonprofit is a little bit different, but at their core they want to help women thrive, and that's really our filter is like, okay, do you want to help women thrive? Okay, let's do something together.
Well, thank you for helping us all thrive. Tell everyone where they can find and follow your personal journey and buy Thrive Cosmetics.
So I am at Carissa Bodner. It's I won't spell it, but it's on the
bottom of the screen.
But so I'm at Carissa Bodner on Instagram, and then you can follow us at Thrive Cosmetics, and we are sold exclusively on thrivecosmetics.com.
Wow.
Super cool. Congratulations.
Thank
and
you
happy
so much.
anniversary.
Thank you for
Stay
having
tuned.
us.
We'll be back with more on Good Morning La La Land.
Let's just get that out there.
Oh, wow.
Coming out of the closet again.
You came out twice already today.
I know. Oh, my gosh.
I hope that our viewers are watching this to realize that when you have a passion and when it pays the bills and you can live a good life and provide for your children, there should be no shame in what you do.
Right. I agree.
So in other news, for those that don't yet know, Kelly's having a baby. Yay! Hiding it so well, by the way. You know, she's so disgustingly slim even when pregnant.
God
Just
bless you.
unfair. But I'm guessing that everything that you learn and your journey through Heal has had some sort of impact on you becoming a mama.
I've always had this awe and kind of curiosity about how intelligent the human body is.
Okay.
But now I'm just like living in this awe, like I'm creating this human being inside of me. It's wild.
It's crazy.
And to really try, like my women's bodies are designed to do this.
Would you want to do a home birth as well, or?
Yeah.
I thought with a squeal that was going to be, oh no. Wow.
I do. I
feel like that's brave.
It is brave.
Wow.
I admire many people that, I get through birth, whatever way you want to do it. There's no judgment.
It was at a casino night last night.
Yeah.
We went to celebrate with Maria Conchita Alonso. We have a special look at some of the video from the event last night.
Than 18 animal foundations. My organization is called VEE Fauna, which means Venezuela Endorses Fauna. It's not a non-profit. So I got together, I united with one that has been a non-profit for 11 years. It's called Luchemos por la Vida, Fight for Life. They have an orphanage where many of their kids have HIV. I thank you very, very much for your contribution, because alone we can't do it.
She's such a love.
Yeah, our love and light to Maria Conchita and all the orphanages she's supporting in Venezuela. You know, it's always great when Hollywood comes together and has a heart and gives back. Visit evertalktv.com for your free 30-day subscription. EverTalk TV, anytime, anywhere. What an incredible week here at EverTalk TV. I'm Jez Moyer, and we'll see you next time. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land on this hashtag Transformation Tuesday. I'm so excited to welcome to the show Satnam Key. He is really, truly the writer, producer, director of some of the most impactful stories. Welcome to the show today.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about your journey to becoming the Hollywood man that you are.
Well, I grew up in Texas, and shortly after going to school, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to write, and I wanted to be involved in the film and television industry. So
why?
Mostly because I love stories. Ever since I was a kid, I wrote my first little chapter book when I was in 2nd grade.
What?
My mom was a huge advocate of brainstorming and learning how to like find the story within the story, and I just loved it. And when I discovered film in school, all of a sudden it just opened up of like, this could be a career. This could be something that you can make a living out of. So I knew from then on, this is where I want to be.
That's too good to be true. We have some footage of Life in the Fishbowl, but tell us, what is Life in the Fishbowl?
Yeah, so Life in the Fishbowl is a book that my dad sent me, actually. It's about a cop who went undercover with the Crip organization. It's an autobiography by Tegan Broadwater. It's his story. And when my dad sent it to me, I literally read it in one night. I couldn't put it down. And I just kept thinking, like, this is a movie. This has to be a movie or a TV show. So I cold emailed the author, Tegan. He didn't know me, I didn't know him, and I just said, hey, has anyone approached you about your book? And he said, yes. And I said, would you be interested, or would you be open to me coming down and telling you how I would do it as a movie or as a TV show? And he said, sure. I prepared way too long of an outline that I didn't even get halfway through in the breakfast that we went out to together. And but he was open enough to it to at least continue the conversation. So we ended up going out to the fishbowl, out to the areas where the operation happened, and some of the neighborhoods that he was in for so long. And he, through several meetings and several encounters, he agreed to give me the option to the book.
So tell us a little bit about his story.
Yeah, so he was working for the Fort Worth Police Department and was working as a narcotics officer, and recognized that this neighborhood, the fishbowl, was what they called a neighborhood. And this neighborhood was really, the Crip organization really had their thumb on a neighborhood that was a very diverse neighborhood of a bunch of different people, but they all had one thing in common, that they were living in a very violent area. And he recognized that and wanted to do something about it. So as a writer, for me, what I found so compelling about the fishbowl was the world of the fishbowl was so interesting. There's so many different people in the neighborhood, so many different people that are dealing with the gangs specifically because they're a part of it, or maybe they live next door to a house that's involved with narcotics, or maybe they are the officers that are going in and out trying to make a difference, and some not. And some not being helpful, and that's part of the story as well.
So fascinating. We talked about vibration today, and really you do have to change your environment.
Yeah.
You know, for those people out there, a lot of them don't know any different. They don't know how to get out of the environment and that consciousness. What have you learned from that?
That was a huge part of it. As I researched and really dug into the people that were involved with the whole story, I learned that so many of them were just victims of their environment and victims of a cycle that they didn't know any different. Were never given opportunities outside of the world that they knew, and that was this fishbowl world. And those are the stories that, as a writer, are just so powerful to me. Those are the ones that I really want to dive into, and that's why when we began developing it as a TV show, I just saw the world open up of so many opportunities, so many different directions, and so many stories that we could tell.
Love that.
What's hardest about taking real life stories like that and turning it into a TV show? What's the most difficult part about doing that?
One of the most difficult things is actually understanding that it is still fiction. As a TV show, it does have to, you have to tell a story, you have to tell a compelling story, and you can't just stick to the facts. I'm not a journalist. So it is taking all of the stories, all of the characters, all of the real things that happened, and then finding the best narrative way to go about it, the best way to tell the story on screen and in the medium that is television.
Oh, I love that.
So fascinating.
Well, you have an incredible vision, and you mentioned that on your IMDb profile.
Yeah.
And you said fear suppresses vision. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, that goes so much to me personally, and I think things like the fishbowl. But for me personally, so often, especially as a writer, it's really easy to hear the voices in your head that say, you know, you're not good enough, or you can't do it, or who are you to write a story like Fishbowl? And it's that fear that if you listen to that, if you let that cripple you, then you won't do anything, and you won't ever move forward. You won't ever realize that I get to write Fishbowl because someone entrusted me with their story, an entire neighborhood, an entire group of people. I have an opportunity to tell their story. And those are ways in which I can just dull those voices, that fear.
Have you gotten letters and things from people that live there that have had a shift in their perspective of their environment?
I have not personally gotten letters, but I have read letters that that have from various people that were involved in whether they were involved in the case, or they lived in the neighborhood at the time. Different officers, different people who, some of which got wrapped up in the case.
Right.
Yeah, they're
so fascinating, because the fishbowl, really, I mean, the metaphor, if you will, is really also that, it's like telling people, fish what water is. It doesn't know what water is. It's like, it's just its environment. It's all it knows.
It is in water.
Right? Yeah. And so that's the whole point. And we all have those things we don't know. We all have those areas of our life that it's just what we just think this is the way life is, and it's not this way. And so thank you for that, because I think that's the whole point of story and Hollywood, in my opinion, is to show a story and hopefully have someone see something for themselves, a possibility or their own stuck ways that's breaking past the
I love that,
fishbowl.
Dr. Erin. There's a Mark Twain quote that I love that just applies to that perfectly, which is that it's not what you don't know that gets you in trouble, it's what you know that just ain't so that gets you in trouble, right? And that's just the beauty of sharing stories like that. We don't know what we don't know. So it's beautifully said. Yeah, thank you so much.
It's also interesting on your profile, I read that you weren't meant to live in the walls that were built for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you know that, and how did you break free from that?
So, growing up, it was so important for me, because when I moved to LA, I didn't know anyone. And the only walls that I knew were, the town that I grew up in, the town I went to school in. And part of that fear, going back to that fear, was, well, how do I get enough confidence to move to a new place, to chase a dream of writing for television or writing for film? And so much of it was, I do have to bust down those walls. Those walls, who built those walls? A lot of times I built those walls myself. And it was realizing that enabled me to move forward and to grow. And that is a big part of writing, is to help people realize that those walls are just meant to be broken.
Well, thank you for shedding light on that. Tell everyone where they can find and follow your journey and the projects you're working on.
Yeah, you can follow me at suttonmckee.com, and you can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at SuttonMckee.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more on Good Morning La La Land.
You confront behavior, you don't confront personalities.
These talk shows are hosted by your favorite television personalities, celebrity entrepreneurs, and social media superstars. New binge-worthy content is added daily with exclusive access to featured products, services, and experiences available to you in the Ever Shop.
We have a universal sign to say it's okay to take a nap.
Yeah.
Like the universe is saying, please chill out a little bit, you know? So
Right.
we need to listen to that.
Well, Jessalyn, you are absolutely beautiful, and you don't have to try at all. It's like I walked in this morning, you're the first person I met, I went, she is absolutely drop-dead gorgeous. And
Tell me more. As you said, pick up the phone, like turn that text, before you turn it into a date, let's turn it into a phone call.
These talk shows are hosted by your favorite television personalities, celebrity entrepreneurs, and social media superstars. New binge-worthy content is added daily with exclusive access to featured products, services, and experiences available to you in the Ever Shop. EverTalk is #community powered, and we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere on EverTalk TV, your home for talk. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa Land on this #Transformation Tuesday. We are so excited to welcome to the show one of my favorite transformational experts, top skincare professional, Ronnie. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So nice to finally meet
So-
you.
For over 20 years, you have been one of Beverly Hills' go-to estheticians. How did you create such an incredible reputation for yourself, and why do you do what you do?
I do what I do. Well, it's actually started, I started as an architect in Israel many years ago. And while I was going to school, on summer break, I had to go and make a couple dollars. So I worked in department stores and freelance for cosmetics companies. And while I was going to architectural school, I felt like I fell in love with skincare more than what I'm doing. So I worked as an architect for like less than a year, and then I moved to the US from Israel. And I decided to go to school here and just follow my dream. And I worked for European skincare companies like Neiman Marcus and Saks and Nordstrom's as an account coordinator. And I remember that once we had an event when the facialist did not show up, and we had the executive come in from New York and they wanted the numbers. And the counter manager and I, we were like, oh my God, she didn't show up. What do? We have 15 people booked. And I said to her, we have to go in and do that. And she's like, we don't know how to do facials. I'm like, neither do I, but we have to pretend. So they start to tip in us, and they bought everything that we offered, and they actually wanted to rebook with us. I'm like, we're not facialists. So it felt good, so I decided to go to school and definitely.
So you started by breaking the law. That's great. So the face is kind of like, you know, we need an architect for our face these days, especially in Beverly Hills. But so we want the skinny. What's the real deal? How do we take care of our skin? What products are kind of like, what's fluff, and what do we really need to do?
Well, I believe in gentle exfoliation and more frequently. I believe when you exfoliate your skin gently, you're not irritating the skin, and you're not aggravating hyperpigmentation or acne. And I believe in also deep hydration. We're losing hyaluronic acid in our body, that it's natural substance that our body have. And as we age, we have less and less and less of that. So I believe deeply in hyaluronic acid to put it back to the skin and use like really concentrated serums and creams.
She does these one-of-a-kind facials you may have seen on television or in the pages of W, Fox 11 News, with oranges as well.
Oh yes, I'm very big with vitamin C. I love vitamin C, and I believe that you cannot compete like real orange. A product in a jar cannot compete with that. So what I do, I take the real orange and I cut it into a half, and I attach it to electrical machine, and I tap the client's face with that, and what it does, it just forces the treatment into the skin. Oh, wow. So it's natural, it's organic, and the skin looks bright.
Rob's gonna go straight home.
that sounds
Put them all
interesting.
over his face.
You can't just
Yeah, I saw your face right there. He was like, oh, really? Tell me more.
This is why so many faces of television, though, trust you with their skincare because, you know, we have to be camera ready all of the time. And your walls are donned with not only the accolades and the awards that she's won, but the faces of some of Hollywood's finest in television who trust you with that.
I think it works, but word to mouth. You know, they know each other and they all like to ask each other, who do you go to, who do you see? And this is how I started. My first one was Bo Derek years ago, over 20. It's like,
wow. Yeah, we know Bo Derek. Yeah.
It's a good one.
And then more came after her. She recommended others and the others recommended others. And then I've been contacted by writers and magazines and Fox 11 News. They wanted to shoot me with Maria Conchita Alonso that I saw that she was on her show.
I love her. She's amazing.
She's so much
She's
fun.
very inspiring. I love her.
You've established an incredible reputation, you know, skincare 90210, but it's more accessible than just the 90210. Even though you're with Hollywood's finest, you've created your own cruelty-free vegan line.
Yes, the product line happened. I always wanted to do that, but I'm a mom and I'm raising two boys. One is almost 17 and one is 14.
Oh, God bless you.
Thank you. They're very, very, very good kids. I'm being blessed. I'm lucky. And, you know, the people say, oh my gosh, wait when they're teenagers. It's going to be hard. I'm like, what are the problems? I mean, knock on wood, you know, nothing happened. They're very good kids. I'm blessed and lucky. But I wanted to be a mother and also a business owner. And for the last 10 years, I could not do what I wanted to do, which is skincare products, because I love a lot of skincare brands that I use and I sell and I recommend at my office, but not all of them have what I want in a product. So it's the paraben-free and it's cruelty-free, it's vegan, and I like hyaluronic acid. And so I was looking for something that would be more like for sensitive skin and for and that would hydrate the skin. So that's why I created my product. And I name it after my kids, Ari and Ilan. So that's why I named it Ari Ilan. And I wanted to show them also to be like a good role model and show them how hard work can be rewarding. So they see me with all the steps. They help me with Instagram. They help me they're helping me fulfilling orders and also answering emails. And I keep them involved because I'm trying to teach them good work habits.
You're such
they
an
empower me.
example.
I get all my energy and my power from them.
Well, thank you so much for all the work that you do and the time and talent that you share. Tell everyone where they can get the Arilan products.
Arilan products is sold online at skincare90210.com and at arilanskincare.com. Also at my office in Beverly Hills at 414 North Camden Drive.
Nice.
And we are on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter.
Thank you so
much.
much. We're so grateful. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more.
you.
Good morning, La La Land.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Turned Up Tuesday on Good Morning La La Land with these fantastic guests. Talking a little bit about how to maintain high vibes even when things are tough or challenging. And so the question we have for each of you is, how do you do that? How do you stay tapped in, tuned in, turned on, even on a Tuesday? How do you stay full of high vibes?
how it's, I think it's the adrenaline.
Yeah. Yes. I love it. Adrenaline. Yes, a little stress.
Yeah. Number one.
Yeah. Fantastic.
And the passion.
Passion.
Believe.
Awesome. Thank you.
Love
I on Tuesday, it's important to usually go work out in the morning and just to keep going. Tuesdays are my cardio day too. So I usually go to the gym, run as hard and as fast as I can, and then get ready to sit back down and keep typing.
Good for you. I love it.
Just keep typing.
Yep.
Well, I echo what you say. Exercise is so important to my life. Tuesdays are my yoga day, and yoga is not necessarily my go-to workout, but I do feel such a benefit after I do it. And then, of course, just coming back to my why. So I always come back to, why did I start this business? From day one, it was about making an impact and changing women's lives. And so for me, every time I'm feeling stressed, I remember advice from Oprah, which is to be grateful to be in the position that you are, to have the problem that you're having right now. So,
that's hilarious.
And that's I remember every time, whether we're running out of inventory on something or there's something on fire, I'm like, okay, you know what? We are making an impact, and I am so grateful to be in the position to even have this problem right now.
Right. We love Oprah. I mean, think about all of our lives that have been impacted and raised our vibration through Oprah. So,
yeah. So
kudos.
what are you still working on and actively transforming that you're excited about right now? Because you all are pioneers in your respective fields. So what are you still driving for and transforming?
You know, I am still working on making a global impact. We've had such an amazing impact in the United States, and we're working on continuing to grow that impact at a global scale. We just had our first partnership that was international with an organization called She's the First. On International Women's Day, we donated 100% of our profits from the sales of our CC cream and our sponge to She's the First, and they help women, young women, who are the first of their family to actually graduate from high school, which is something that I think in the United States we take for granted, and this is an amazing organization that is helping women thrive in that way.
Oh, that's incredible.
Awesome.
What about you, Sutton? What are you transforming?
So we actually just premiered our latest short film on Sunday, and we partnered with No More. The film deals with a woman who's struggling with domestic violence, and No More is an organization that also works with women that are struggling with the same thing. So that was an amazing organization, or an amazing event, and we'll then move to doing about 12 to 15 festivals with that film, which is very exciting.
Yeah, congratulations, a little festival darling on your hands.
Yeah.
I just have to say, I'm so moved by you guys. It's so awesome, like so cool. We have no idea how many people are really doing all this work. It's so inspiring, you guys.
It really is.
Yeah.
What are you most excited about right now, Ronnie?
Transforming women's skin. You know, when they come to me and they have, they're worried about their skin, they're concerned, they have acne or dryness or pigmentation. So seeing them and helping them, it's making me feel good and making me feel wanting to do that even more. And
well, you made me comfortable in my own skin, so thank you, Ronnie, really, truly. And thank you all for the time and the work and the light that you share. We are Good Morning La La Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. All of these interviews are available as a podcast on iTunes, and our entire show is on replay at EverTalk TV. Download it on your Apple TV today.
That's right. We're waking up the world together. I am so incredibly inspired today, you guys. It just warms my heart. Please think about how you can give, how you can serve, and how you want to make a difference in the world. Please follow all these amazing human beings. Have a great day.
It's going to be a good morning, La La Land.